Welcome in, everybody. I'm Noah Castor, and as always, I'm joined by Brandon Hudson and Darren Kinslow, and we are the BenchWarmers. I'd just like to start off by saying we do have that 500 subscriber goal by the start of the season, and the winner will get an NFL jersey of their choice, so be sure to subscribe, and we'll come out with more videos once we get closer to that goal. With that being said, let's get right into the Steelers offseason report. Obviously, not a ton of moves, but Darren, we'll start off with you. What do you think of the moves they made this offseason?
I think they did a pretty good job. I think the best thing that they did this offseason was in the draft. That was drafting Devin Bush, moving up to the number 10 spot.
Definitely.
That's an area that they haven't replaced since Shazier left. That was something that went unsaid in the last season.
Yeah.
But they finally have that replacement. I don't know if I'd call it a replacement because Shazier was pretty good, but Devin Bush, I think that's a good pickup for them to fill that hole. And as far as the offense goes, obviously they lost Le'Veon Bell, lost Antonio Brown. I don't think the Bell situation's that bad because they didn't have him last year. But I do think Antonio Brown leaving will affect that team. Not very much though, because Juju is still there. He was he led the team in receiving yards, so they still have him. They signed Dante Moncrief as well, and they already have James Conner too. So I think this Steelers team is really good. You look at their roster, I think that they're going to be up there in that division. First, second, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll wait till we get there. But I do think they had a really good offseason, and I think their team on paper looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Brandon, we'll shoot over to you.
This is another team, I think, that it's quarterback situation. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, you've seen it in the past. He'll throw a bad pass and get it picked off in the end of the game situation when they need it the most, and he just doesn't come up in clutch plays. I think this is a really good team, like Darren said. They have wide receivers. They have Juju Smith-Schuster. That's a great fit for that team. They have a great defense, but it's just another one of those kind of teams that just comes down to a quarterback. Will he choke it or will he not?
Definitely, I agree. Yeah, their biggest acquisition obviously being Devin Bush, and I think he's going to be a leader of that defense, honestly. And people have really been sleeping on the Steelers with of course, all the hype around the Browns.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you guys, how do you think they compete in that division with obviously the Browns being so good and the Ravens being so good? Do you think they have enough talent to compete with those other teams?
I definitely think they do, and they have a quarterback that the Browns don't have, and the Ravens don't have a veteran quarterback that knows what he's doing. So, and I mean, roster-wise, I think they can keep up with the Ravens, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think with the Browns, you just don't know. It's all on paper. So I think they're going to be up there.
Definitely.
As we look at it right now. But
yeah,
I think they stack up pretty well.
Another thing that I'm worried about, though, is obviously Antonio Brown being there last year. He took a lot of attention away from Juju Smith-Schuster, and I'm just worried that him being the number one, is he going to have the same production? Obviously, picking up Moncrief is a big help. He's going to be able to take some of that off, but is he going to produce the way he did last year, do you think? I mean, I don't know. Being the number one, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, he's going to be the one getting the double teams now. So I think he probably won't be as good as he was last year. And like
it definitely won't be the same.
Yeah.
You won't see Juju doing what Juju does. He's gonna be playing a different kind of ball game. He's got to be learning, adapting to, like what you said, the double teams. It's gonna be harder for him. I don't think he's gonna be ready for it, to be honest.
And that's when it comes down to Roethlisberger.
Yeah, and that's
spread the ball around, and James Conner too on the ground.
Yeah, because
make him go double team Dante or Moncrief. So make him go double team him. Make him go double team other people besides Juju, so then it opens up gaps everywhere else in the defense.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be big that Juju's not a selfish player, and because with Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger always had that feeling, okay, I got to give him the ball or else he's going to be mad at me in the locker room after the game, but I think he'll be able to spread the ball around now that he doesn't have that diva in the locker room that was Antonio Brown. All right, big question. Where they land in the division, obviously a Ravens team that made the playoffs last year and a Browns team that's much improved. Where they land.
This division's tough for me, other than the Bengals.
But
I think I see the Steelers beating the Ravens. Then it comes down to the Browns and the Steelers. And really, the way I break it down is who do I trust, the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Cleveland Browns? And with that being said, I got to put the Steelers at first place. I think the Steelers win the division. I think in the Browns video, I probably said that the Browns are going to win. But now that I take more time and I look at the Steelers roster, the roster's great. And the Browns, you don't know. You don't know what the Browns are going to do. So Steelers first, Browns second, Ravens third. But still, I think those top three teams, I think they could land anywhere, honestly.
Yeah. I have converted Darren, Brandon. I have converted him. Let's hear it. How do you think the division plays out?
I'm sticking with what I say. They're taking second.
They're taking second. All right, so who do you have first? I wonder who.
The Bengals.
Obviously, of course.
mean,
Andy Dalton's just a monster.
Yeah, I mean...
No, you have the Browns taking. You have the Browns taking first,
no,
obviously.
yeah, Browns are taking first, obviously. And the rest are... We don't know who they are.
All right. I've been preaching this all offseason. Everyone's been calling me crazy. Brandon. Darren.
Whoa, I was going to say...
Yeah, Darren. I converted Darren, but no, the Steelers are winning the division. It's happening. Lock it. Throw it away. Throw away the key. Throw away the key, Darren.
I don't feel confident with locking because
Locking
I think the Browns could surprise. No, I wouldn't say surprise. No. Everybody thinks they're going to be the next dynasty, but whatever.
I think they're going to surprise people by being mediocre.
That could be true. I don't know. I really don't know.
Nope. I think the Steelers win the division. It obviously comes down to what you said. The Steelers organization and the Browns organization. And obviously, you can't just rely on, it's the Browns. I mean, it's definitely a different team. But I just think, tried and true, if the Steelers get in a bad spot, they know how to deal with it. I don't think the Browns know how to deal with it if they get a couple losses in a row.
That's the big thing. If they start off a little shaky, I don't think they recover at all.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with all those personalities, Odell, Baker, Jarvis, I mean, it's a lot of people on that team that don't deal with adversity a lot. Obviously, Baker Mayfield, back in his college days, grabbing his crotch at Kansas, getting arrested, and then Odell back with the Giants, fighting kicking nets. I mean, if they lose a couple games, I don't know if they're going to be able to
rebound,
keep glued together, and it might turn into another Steelers situation with Antonio Brown, people getting driven apart in the locker room, which I don't think is going to happen this year with the Steelers with Juju and Ben Roethlisberger. So I have the Steelers taking the division, then Browns I'll have at second, and I just don't think the Ravens are going to be as good as they were. So I'll have them taking third.
I think with the Ravens, it just comes down to Lamar Jackson, but that'll be for another video.
The running back, 100%. No. I think that does it for the Steelers offseason report, unless you guys have anything else. No. We did have the Titans video. Go check that one out. And, of course, we do have that 500 subscriber goal. Be sure to subscribe. This has been the Benchwarmers, guys.
Deuces.